Good morning. And look, her hair's growing back. Look at us. Would you like a bone? Then I got some new keycaps for my Logitech keyboard. Telling a story about some stuff, and this is one of his looks back then. Apparently this was a Barnes & Noble exclusive.
And it's basically me going to get a very delicious frozen white mocha.
And it's so cute.
Cute! Just ended our stream. I played for 8 hours. Good morning and happy Friday, May 23rd. It's a little bit before 9, and we are having these bite-sized pancakes by Belgian Boys. I got these BOGO, and they're pretty good. They're like little small pancakes. I do a couple of those, and then some fruit. Today we're having some banana, and then I'm just going to add some light syrup. See if I can do this with one hand. And because they're so little, I feel like you don't need a whole lot, so I just do a little drizzle of that, and then we add just a little bit of whipped cream. Let's see if I can also do this one-handed. This one's almost empty. And that is breakfast, and there is a dog hitting me with a toy right now. She's not normally this awake this early. And look, her hair's growing back. Look at us. Would you like a bone? Can you give us a spin? Spin. Oh my goodness, that's a big spin. Gentle. What I got, this was charging, but I got this the other day. Had the other one. Here's exactly what it is. I still have no idea what happened to the other one, but I cashed in credit card points to get this one, so oh well. I will say though, I immediately connected this to the Find My app on my phone, so I won't lose this one. For those that don't know, for the other one, I think I just put it somewhere when I was cleaning, and I have no idea where that was. I've like deep cleaned my car thinking I left it in there. I have deep cleaned my bedroom. I have no idea where it is. It's somewhere in this house. I don't know the where part. So before I start work, I wanted to show some new stuff that we have for the desk. First off, I have this adorable mouse pad that I got from Catnip Studio. So unfortunately the physical studio is closing, so I got one of her mouse mats. I got one for this room, and then I got a bigger one for the other room. I just thought the space one was really, really cute. And then I got some new keycaps for my Logitech keyboard. So these are the keycaps that I got. And then the way the Logitech keyboard is it has this like little insert thing on top of it, which was white. And I just didn't think the white vibed, so I painted it light blue. We just painted it ourselves. I don't know. But I absolutely love these keycaps. These are Studio Ghibli, which have some of my favorite films. There's Spirited Away, we have Totoro, we have Howl's Moving Castle up here, we have Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm not sure what this one's from, but it looks really cute. We have Ponyo. This is also Spirited Away. I think that's also Ponyo. It looks like Ponyo. But, you know, we just have a little bit of each one, and it's so cute. Some of these buttons, I didn't do the words, I did just these buttons with the pictures, so hopefully I remember what those buttons are. I also have a lot of keycaps left. I might go through some of these and see if there's any of these, there's hair there, dog hair, that I want to replace. This one's probably my favorite. I love this on the space bar. But I just think it's so cute. I used it yesterday while working, and the keyboard sounds really nice. I type really loud, so it might sound really crazy when I'm typing, but I'll type something in my Notion so you can kind of hear what it sounds like. But it worked just fine on my Logitech keyboard. This is a Logitech G715 Lightspeed wireless keyboard. Where I did paint it did paint over the lights there that tell me when it's like charging or dying. So I do need to fix that, but that's okay. Here, but I ordered these from, I think it's called like Craft Keyboard or Keyboard Craft or something. It did take about 3 weeks to get to me. It was well worth the wait. I think these are absolutely stunning. The RGB lights don't show through the keyboard anymore like they did my old keys. But that honestly doesn't bother me. I actually still think it looks really nice. I might eventually get a keyboard to go with these keys, but I think this keyboard actually worked pretty freaking well, so I'm really not mad about it. Like, doesn't that sound so nice? I love it. Okay. So I also got this Bluetooth speaker. I'm not going to use this all the time. Why I got Bluetooth is because I can just move it. I can pull my Stream Deck forward because I use one for work. I also cleared out the cables that were under here. I had like a hub where everything was plugged in. It's attached to underneath my desk. Ooh, I do still need to fix those cables, which I might do this weekend, clean it up a little bit. But I got just this Anchor Bluetooth speaker because sometimes I don't want to listen on my headset. Unless I'm in a meeting, I don't really use my headset unless I'm listening to music. If I just have like a Twitch stream or some YouTube videos playing in the background while I'm working, a speaker is much nicer. I was using just the built-in laptop speaker, but this sounds a little bit better because it's, you know, it's not blocked by, you know, a giant monitor. I got this little 16-inch portable monitor. It can go horizontal or vertical, so you can, you know, set it up if you want. I've been really happy with it because sometimes when I'm working, I need both of the monitors that I have. Like I have 2 monitors, and sometimes I need both of them while I'm working. And if I wanted to watch something, I just couldn't watch something at that time. So we got this little 16-inch that easily unplugs. I don't have to keep it plugged in if I don't need it, and I've been really happy with it. I'll definitely link everything down below in case anyone's curious, and I'm really loving this. I'll just have like a Twitch stream up here and then use the other monitors while I work, and it's been great for background. But I'm gonna start work, use my fancy new keyboard. Ooh. So I'm out of oat milk to make a coffee. We're actually gonna go during our lunch break to get a coffee and get Piper a pup cup. But for now, I think we're gonna have the summer edition sugar-free Red Bull in white peach. Pepper grabbed a toy. And see how this tastes. Let me open it. Okay, let's see. It is clear, which I expected. I'm drinking it out of a cup because some ice just sounded really nice. I probably won't drink this whole thing. How much caffeine is this? 114 milligrams. That's not bad. All right, let's give her a taste. Ooh, that's really good. 10 out of 10. The only downside to the screen being on the left side here is this is where I keep my drinks, which this I can leave on the other desk to just drink when I want it, but it's kind of in the way. I could put the drinks on the right side, but the problem with that is even though I'm right-handed, I tend to grab with my left hand to drink. So we might have to figure out something for over here. I don't know. I have vlogs playing in the background while I work.
He's on the side of the thruway, 10 miles south. Denny Hayes glances at her, glances at his watch. 6 o'clock, he says. We're off. We could go home. He looks at her. Do you want to? Judy shakes her head. Hayes radios back, pops his magnetic light onto the roof, careens over the grassy median, and reverses direction.
Sometimes during my 10-minute break, this is when I'll like go through and just add some stuff. I try not to use my computer during my actual like hour-long lunch, but if it's just my 10-minute break, I don't mind. You know, I'll do like a few minutes of this and then like make my coffee. This time I just made a Red Bull, or got a Red Bull. You know, take care of Piper, play with her if that's what she wants to do, or whatever. So, you know, kind of depends on the day. Piper is currently taking a nap outside. Let's see if... Oh, no. She's actually awake. Just kidding. Are you awake? All right, come inside. It's too hot. Come in. So, basically what happened last week and why I ended up not vlogging is Piper was having some, like, digestion issues, I guess. Essentially... if you're eating right now, maybe stop or skip ahead a couple, like maybe a minute or two. Essentially, she would go number 2 and there was some blood, which should not be. So she went to the vet again and they gave her some medicine, which she has finished. She was eating some wet food and now she's good. No issues. They think maybe she just stressed herself out and was straining and that happened. Her hair is also growing back nicely. For those that don't know, she cut up her head somehow, crawling under something. Still have no idea what. I just don't think it's at my house. I honestly think it's still at the daycare. Let go. Let go. Let go. They're gonna think you're you're not trained. She normally lets go. Piper, let go. Thank you. So her fur's growing back very nicely, and we just need to go a month without going to the vet, but she still hasn't had a seizure since March, so I'm gonna consider that a win, even though we had to go in April for her head, and we had to go in May for her butt. Before we go back to work though, we're gonna have a little bit of crumble. I ordered 2 crumble cakes yesterday, which these should freeze really well. And I got the banana cream pie cookie, which is not that good. The cookie part's really dry. The banana cream's really good, but I feel like it's not gonna last very long. And then I got a chocolate chunk cookie or something that I put in the freezer. So we're gonna have a little bit of this and then go back to work. It is lunchtime. I made these barbecue meatballs with mashed potatoes and carrots yesterday. I cooked these in the slow cooker. They were pre-cooked, just frozen meatballs, and it doesn't look like much, but it's very good. But this is my lunch today. I think I'm going to put this in a different container to reheat it, because I feel like the meatballs and the mashed potatoes are not going to reheat well. Look at that goofy goober. I got some mail. So they wrapped it in this, but this is from eBay. Let me show you what I got. If you know anything about Buffy, this is Spike, in like a past vision thing that we see him, or like he's telling something to Buffy. He's like telling a story about some stuff. And this is one of his looks back then. Apparently this was a Barnes & Noble exclusive. I don't really buy Funko Pops anymore, but I've been trying to finish the Avatar, The Last Airbender collection, and the Buffy collection. And I saw this on eBay for 20 bucks, and we decided to splurge. Let me show you the Avatar ones I recently got too. So I recently got this Katara one because it was on sale for $11. And then this Iroh one where he is lightning bending. Definitely need to figure out some better shelves for these, but it works. We have the other Katara behind Ink just chilling there.
So I filmed all this really cool stuff in my car with my Insta360 Go S, and it turns out I accidentally had it set to the time-lapse setting. So none of the footage is really usable. There's no audio. And it's basically me going to get a very delicious frozen white mocha and getting Piper a pup cup, which you can't see any of because it didn't record correctly. So that's my bad. Also, the tripod fell, but we got a new mount, so we'll figure it out. But yay! I got my Chipotle order. Ended up ordering it through DoorDash because I could schedule it to arrive around 6, and it is now 6:15, so that's not bad at all. But they look pretty good. All right, here is the final look. I did Dyson Airwrap straightening with a Sigma Beauty eyeshadow palette. I'll put a picture of the eyeshadow palette and I'll link it down below. I got it last week and I really like it. Oh no, I got it this week. And I really liked it. It does have a lot of kickback when you use the brush in it, but it's not a deal breaker for me. So I really like how it turned out. So hopefully you do too. We're also wearing a Nirvana shirt. I said that as one word. I turned my computer on because we are going to set up the new mouse mat. This is what it looks like. And it's so cute. I love it so much. Okay. I think it's about the same size as my current one. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Let me swap the camera around and show you what's going on. Maybe we film y'all from over there. Does that work? I think so. So we're going to move the stream decks forward. Take the keyboard off. Mouse off, mouse off. I have 2 computers, hence the 2 mice. I'm gonna roll this bad boy up. Then I always keep sanitary wipes so that I can just quickly wipe stuff down. So we're gonna wipe this down because there's definitely some stuff. Dust, all sorts of stuff. Dog hair. We need to do a deep cleaning in here. Okay. Now we grab the new one. That's backwards. Let's have a puppy in here with us. Okay, I like to have a lot of room over there. So it'll be more obvious when I sit down. Let me turn the overhead light off. Hold on. I turned my spotlights on, so it's a little bit brighter. Okay. So, I think this moves a little bit. That seems right. Okay, so keyboard is right here. Mouse, we'll go ahead and turn it on, and we'll go ahead and pause this wallpaper. This monitor goes here, a little bit lower.
We have a breathing puppy under us. I think this is right. And then this, oops, cable got stuck for some reason. This is basically in front. I think right there, and then that's right there. Cute! Ta-da! Don't look too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the other computer on, and we're going to stream some Apex Legends with friends. And I'll catch you all after. We just ended our stream. I played for 8 hours, gained 677 RP, if you know anything about Apex. It was a very good stream, so I'm very tired though. It is 2:59 a.m. Did not mean to stay up this late, but you know, it's a 3-day weekend, so we can vibe, right? We can vibe. I look as tired as I feel. It is now 3 a.m. Actually, it's 3:01 a.m. I was going to film myself filling out my budget spreadsheet, but I think I'm going to take my makeup off, have a quick little snack, brush my teeth, and watch a little bit of the podcast and go to bed. So we're probably going to bed very soon. So I think that's what we're going to do instead. Hopefully we have enough stuff in the vlog, but thank you all so much for watching. If you're still here, I really appreciate you. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and give a nice little comment. And I keep saying this, but I have so many vlogs that I'm excited to film. I just need to do it. I'm planning out a week, like a week in my life, but it's like just the meals that I eat and cook and stuff. But that requires a lot of planning, because I have to figure out what I'm going to make and what week I'm going to do it. So we'll be doing that one soon, hopefully in June. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.